Hey guys, welcome back to Quick Shifts again. My name is Jason, and we're going to talk about the second most important, maybe the first most important mod that you should do when you've got yourself a 4xe or any plug-in electric vehicle. And that would be getting a charger for plugging this sucker in. A level 2 charger for your home is the way to go if you truly want to optimize the plug-in hybrid ability of this vehicle to maximize your range, maximize your efficiency, and minimize the gas you use. So let's talk about the level 2 charger that we got right away for this vehicle. But first, let's take a look at the level 1 charger that came with this Jeep and talk about that. All right guys, as you know, I keep the level 1 in the back of the Jeep just in case I should need it. Down here, if I'm in the office where plugs can be scarce because there's many electric vehicle owners using them up. So let's grab this plug, let's hop in the garage here, pull it out and talk about this a little bit. All right guys, so here we have our level 1 charger that comes with the Jeep. Let's open this up and talk about it. Again, the Jeep 4xe is a 400 kilowatt battery, 17.3 kilowatts I believe it is. And it comes with a level 1 charger, and this is a wall charger that you can plug into any electrical circuit. So again, if your house has a standard plug, that's what this is intended for. Now this being a level 1, this is going to be probably somewhere around 12 amps, and plugging this into the Jeep, the 4xe, if the 4xe has a dead battery, this is going to take you 12 to 14 or even longer hours to charge it from dead to fully charged. So that's something that you need to keep in mind based on how you use the vehicle. And that's also why it's got the standard plug for there, but that's also why if you really want to optimize this vehicle and you do go in and out using the vehicle fairly frequently, you've got to get yourself a level 2 charger. That's the way to go. So again, it comes with a long cord. It's got a little strap here so you can clean it up and keep it nice and tidy. For those of us who are OCD and like things to be kept nice and neat, that helps you do that. So let's talk about a level 2. The reason why you want a level 2 is it'll charge at a higher amperage, which will charge the battery more, but something you need to consider is the amperage that your car or vehicle can charge at. So the Jeep is capable of charging all the way up to 32 amps, but because we have aspirations of having other electric vehicles in the future, and with electricity being the way, we wanted to get the best level 2 we could. So we wanted to push it and get something that could do up to 40 amps. And that's what led us to the decision and to buying what we bought. So let's talk about what level 2 charger we got. Let's go ahead and put this away and we'll talk about that. All right guys, so with the 4xe, the Wrangler that we have, 2023 Jeep Wrangler 4xe, we decided to go with the Grizzle system. And the reason why we did that is, you know, with the 4xe being 400 watts or 400 volts with a 17.3 kilowatt and onboard charger capability of 32 amps, the Grizzle gives you the option to switch between, I believe it's 12, 16, 32, and 40 by changing the settings internally, but it also has a great value. So we were able to pick this up at a great price online. I'll leave a link to that down in the description. Please use our link. It helps us sponsor us and be able to do and produce these videos for you guys by giving us a little bit of a kickback. So please use that link. But it allows us the ability to adjust based off of our system. And why is that important? Well, everybody has a different amp panel and different capability in their house. So you want to buy a charger that will be compatible with your circuit breaking system and the power in your house. That's very important to do. So make sure that you do that. You buy the right charger for your car and for your house. And also, when you're buying a charger, make sure that you have the proper connection for it. Now, I am not a licensed electrician, so I did not want to show you my install. I did do the install myself. There's a lot of good videos online, and if you have friends and family that can help you, make sure you cover your bases with that. Do all your research before you do this install. But this runs on a 1450 NEMA plug. You want to make sure that you have the right gauging cable. You have an industrial socket for this. You have the right casing. You run it properly and you run it into the fuse properly. and you get the proper fusing for your fuse panel, and you have that all wired in properly, and make sure that you do this safely and you don't electrocute yourself. Hire a professional or do all your research before you do it. Honestly, it wasn't that hard. I was intimidated because I did not want to get shocked, but I managed my way through it, and I think you can do the same if you so choose. If not, hire a professional, have it done right. You do not want to make a mistake here. It could burn down your house if you do it wrong. You can short things out. You can get yourself shocked or hurt or even killed. So be safe, be smart, do your research. But again, it is something you can do as long as you do it the right way and do that work. Again, I suggest that you do your research on the charger, the level 2 charger that you want to use. Make sure that you research all the options out there and choose what's best for you. Prices do change and vary on these. There are some that are web enabled that allow you to log in with your phone and track certain things and set up different charging times. But with the 4xe, that does have a eSave each charging option. If you watch the introductory video that I did for you guys, and you can set it up through the Jeep to charge when you do and don't want it to charge to optimize your best rates in your house. So I highly recommend that you use that feature on your Jeep. You get this standard Grizzle. They're a company based out of Canada. They do have some great videos on this, and there's some good stuff out there on the durability of this. This can be mounted externally on the outside of your house if you choose. I mounted it here in the garage. I have a couple different mounting brackets here. As you can see here, this is the one that comes with the vehicle, allows you to put the cord on it. But then I also, in case I park a different way, put a mount over here that can also hold this. So you can put it on either side. And obviously we got the one that has 24 feet of cord. So we have tons of extra cord to run it wherever we would like to run it in our house. I recommend getting that extra cord. I think you'll find quickly that, well, you think you have plenty of cord. There's not a such thing as having too much cord. So I highly recommend getting the option that does have the longer cord. And that clicks right in there and holds it in. Again, with this unit being maxed out at 40 amps, the charger on the Jeep is intelligent and smart. It will scale it to what it needs. So even though this is rated at 40, we have it set up for 40, wired and fused with a 50 amp fuse in the box. This will only put 32 amps out to the Jeep, the max capacity the Jeep can have. Now, what does this level 2 do for you? Well, this being a good unit, good solid unit, plugging in with that level 1 charger that we just looked at, again, we talked about how that'll be 14 hours or so to charge that battery from dead. With this charger will do it in about 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's what I've tested it at thus far, and that is killer. And again, when you're charging an electric vehicle, the last, say, 20% of the charge takes the longest. So if you come back with a dead battery, plug this in about an hour or so, you'll have almost 80% of your charge will be ready to go. And 80% give you about 15 miles or so. If you use your Jeep like I use mine, mostly running around errands to and from work, my trip to work's about 9 miles. I have tons of range to do all the things I need to do, and then I have time to charge it, so I'm really optimizing it. Again, a level 2 is the way to go. This should be one of your very first mods for your Jeep 4xe. Highly recommend Grizzle. Been using it a lot so far, and I have no complaints. Everything stays cool. Nothing's getting hot. No worries about it. This is a great company thus far. Go out and make this your number 1 or your number 2 mod. My number 2 you guys saw was the mount for my cell phone. Being hands-free, not fidgeting with your phone while you're driving, I think is very important. And optimizing your 4xe, your electric hybrid, this is number 2. So guys, thanks. Let us know what else you'd like to see. I can show you some charging times that we'll put in here, and we'll show you the rate when we plug this in. Okay guys, so we just pulled into the garage here, and I'm going to show you the difference in the 2 different chargers here. So you can see that we're at about 58% battery with 14 miles range left here. And we're going to go ahead and turn the vehicle off. And as we turn it off, you'll notice down here on a level 1, 120 volt, we have 7 hours 26 minutes. On the level 2, it's estimating an hour and 5 minutes to charge it to full. So we're going to go ahead and plug each of those in. We'll plug in first the level 1 plugged into the wall, and then we'll plug in the Grizzly, and we'll show you the difference on the screen of how long it says it'll take to charge once we do that. So first you want to pop this open, and the convenience of the level 1 charger is you can plug it into any wall socket. You get the green light telling you you're good. Grab the J connector. First you have to pull the cover off, and you take the J connector and you plug it right in. Then the Jeep, of course, you'll see it flash on there, and you'll get a blinking green flash here. And we'll pop in here, and you can see it's telling us that it's going to take 6 hours and 46 minutes to charge it up to full using that level 1. And then it'll, as it fills up, those will fill up and tell you once it's all the way up that it's completed charging. Something that's nice that the Jeep actually does with the Uconnect system, and I'll do a separate video on this to show you this, but the app will tell you the percentage of charge. So now we're going to undo this level 1 charger, and we're going to go grab our Grizzly charger over here. This is our level 2. It's set up for 40 amp, but the Jeep 4xe is set to take a 32 amp charge only. So it'll pull 32 amp. You can see the blue light starts flashing, and then it goes green on the Grizzly here, indicating that it's charging. And again, just like with the level 1, we get a green flashing light. And on the dash, it starts flashing, indicating that it's charging. And if we come inside and take a look, the level 2 is going to charge in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So that's a huge savings in time, and it'll help you to optimize your Jeep in your charging system. So that's a big factor why, if you really want to optimize, you need to go out and get yourself a level 2 charger. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. I highly recommend that you guys check this out. Again, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there where they talk about the differences in these and ratings of these, and they test them out and everything else. I watched a bunch of those. Hopefully me putting in that time helps you out. Highly recommend the Grizzly. Go ahead and check that out. And we have a link down below for this. Please use that. It does help us with a kickback from Amazon. And you guys, I hope this was useful. Let me know what else you want to see. And hit the like button, subscribe, and please share this with your friends. Comment down below what you want to see, and we'll get those comments answered and try and include stuff in our next series of videos. Thank you, everyone.